I would love to go to boxing. I would love to go against the winner of Canelo and Crawford.
The UFC's lightweight champion, Ilia Topuria, said that he wants the winner of the Canelo Crawford fight.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. Smash the like button. We have 350 people and 95 likes.
Ilia Topuria, I believe right now he's the double champion in the UFC. If I'm not mistaken, right? I haven't been following the UFC as much as I have in the past. But if I'm not mistaken, Ilia Topuria is the current featherweight champion, which is 145, and the lightweight champion, which is 155. Very impressive fighter, right? Very, very impressive. Georgian, half Spaniard. Very, very confident guy. Abundance of skills, right? Seems to be strong mentally. Honestly, he seems like he's checking all the boxes. But Ilia Topuria, UFC lightweight champion, 5'7", 155 pounds. Birth date, January 21st, 1997. His team is Clement Club, right? His record is 17-0 with 17 KOs. 8 of those wins also has come by submission. No losses. Now, Ilia Topuria, based off his last 3 fights alone, right, which were some very respectable champions in the UFC, some long-time champions. Some may say these guys will go down in the Hall of Fame. He beat Alexander Volkanovski, right? If I'm not mistaken, he beat him twice. And Volk was regarded as the GOAT featherweight in the UFC. Beat Max Holloway, another guy that was considered one of the GOATs in the UFC in the featherweight division. He beat him as well. And then he knocked out Charles Oliveira more recently. He said he was going to do it in the first round, and that's exactly what he did. But Ilia Topuria may run out of valuable options soon in the UFC if he can't get guys like Islam Makhachev, who in my opinion is ducking Ilia Topuria. But besides all that UFC talk, he wants to fight the winner of Canelo versus Crawford.
Him versus Arman Paddy against Justin will be great.
But you want to wait that long? You don't
care.
mind? Yeah, okay.
I would love to go that timeline to boxing.
Are you allowed to say how many fights you have left on your contract or not?
I think I have 5. It doesn't matter. Even I still have fights in the UFC. You always can ask them to let you go to the boxing. Did it with Conor. Why not with me? I would love to go to boxing. I would love to go against the winner of Canelo and Crawford, Canelo, because he was my idol. There's always respect for everyone, but I have to try. Why not? I feel that I can do it. I can do it. If they want to give me the opportunity directly, why not? I want to discover something new. We're going to do it. Now is the best time. Maybe the first one to get the world title in boxing. Let's go Turkish. This guy, how's his name? The Turkish?
Turkey or whatever?
Turkey, yeah. Turkey. I would love it. It will be a great experience.
Now, to hear what he had to say, it was all respect, right? Because when you come to boxing, you got to show some respect. Because even though Ilia Topuria, in my opinion, based off what I've seen of him thus far, he seems to have some of the best boxing that I've seen in the UFC out of everybody that I've seen that had good boxing in the UFC. I mean, just really, really good overall technique. But will it translate to the real boxing ring where MMA boxing is somewhat different from traditional boxing because you're lighter on your feet in traditional boxing. UFC boxing, your feet is a little bit more planted because you got to be prepared for the takedowns. Your stance is also altered because you got to be able to deal with the leg kicks and everything else that's coming. But based off of what I've seen from this guy, his boxing looks phenomenal. But will it translate to the ring against a guy like Canelo Alvarez? Will it translate to the ring against a guy like Terence Crawford, right? Interesting fight. Will the UFC let it happen? UFC may not want to risk one of the few guys that's moving the needle right now, right? I don't see any big stars in the UFC right now for them to kind of do this, right? They did it with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather years ago, and I don't necessarily think Dana White liked that, right? Because, well, Conor McGregor never came back. And we saw how that fight played out. Now, if he was to say hypothetically, right, get in the ring with Terence Crawford, right? Let's just say hypothetically, how would that play out? Will he be able to do the stuff that he's been doing to these, I guess you could say, jiu-jitsu fighters, right? Or these hybrid fighters? Will he be able to beat a boxer, a real boxer, somebody that's been boxing their whole life in the actual boxing ring? I don't think so. It's kind of far-fetched, but I would be lying to you if I said I wouldn't be interested in seeing these fights. Now, I feel like Canelo Alvarez may be pretty big, even though he's 5'7", Crawford's 5'8", Canelo's 5'7", so all these guys are really the same size, right? But how would these fights play out? Could Ilia Topuria give the great Canelo Alvarez and the mighty Terence Crawford a challenge in the boxing ring? And do you want to see this type of fight? Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.